Right, when we took our break, we were starting to talk about going back to school in September. So, talk to me about going back to school.
I was voted one of the captains of the football team.
This would have been after your junior season.
Yep. And so I was still captain of the football team. So I went to every practice, every game, but I couldn't play. And they said with a head injury, I just couldn't do it. And I physically I wasn't ready to play, And I actually ended up being able to run out on the field during the last game of the year. So
let's focus first on the physical part of that, going back to being the high school student. Physical therapy starts on the base. First, we've got to get this person out of a wheelchair and who hasn't moved his arms for a month to use his muscles, to learn to walk again.
Mm-hmm.
Did they continue to get you from being walking to getting you to being able to actually start to go back to being an athlete, or do you have to transition somewhere else for that process?
Well, I left Spalding and I went to Burbank, and they did a little more, like I wasn't just learning how to walk anymore. I was learning how to walk in like certain areas. Like the physical therapist gave me a belt, and he connected a rope onto it, and he had me walk, and he held the rope, and he had me walk outside on these hills that were like sandy and stuff, and help my balance adjust. And I started actually lifting with him a little bit,
And this would have been what, late summer?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And I would always go to the gym with my dad, and we would lift and do things like that, and I had to make sure I didn't lift anything over my head because I didn't want it to fall on it. So
did when football practice starts, probably middle of August?
Yeah.
What are you doing while the team's practicing?
Just being a goon, actually, just making people laugh. I love making people laugh, and that was kind of my role that whole year. But I would lead the team in stretching. Actually, I would try to run the lap with them. I would run it, and then I'd go off the side. They're like, "No, go!" Like, I'm done. I can't.
So how far could you get?
I actually got pretty far. But that's how I would build myself up, the further I'd go, and then I had to stop and leave, and then, I'd go a little further next time and stop and leave, But we would do stretching, and then the team would run behind us and get in lines for calisthenics, and I would just run sprints back and forth, when the team does their little drills, like high knees and stuff. I couldn't do that at the time, but I could run sprints and stuff, so.